Facing the storm of narcissistic abuse can be overwhelming, right? Today, we're arming you with essential tools for defense. Prepare to empower yourself with knowledge and tactics that can turn the tables. Ready to reclaim your peace? Let's do it. 1. Educate yourself. Knowledge is one of your arsenal's most effective weapons. You can protect yourself from narcissists by understanding what the personality disorder entails, its traits, and how it affects people. Narcissists are masters at hiding their true motivations, and they frequently do this by putting on a charming facade. But you can improve your ability to spot their behaviour by learning more about narcissism, and this will inevitably help you to defend against them. 2. Trust your instincts. Let's now explore your intuition, an instinct which is frequently disregarded. When dealing with narcissists, it is your internal compass and early warning system, and it is incredibly accurate. Your intuition can recognise hidden cues and danger signs that your conscious mind might overlook. It acts as a silent protector, keeping an eye on your emotional health. Your first line of defence when dealing with narcissists should be your gut instinct. 3. Establish boundaries. This is a key component of safeguarding yourself against narcissistic abuse. Imagine your boundaries as a stronghold of self-respect that protects your emotional well-being from the onslaught of abuse and manipulation. Healthy boundaries are essential to preserving your self-respect and autonomy in any relationship. Boundaries are not just important, they are absolutely essential when dealing with narcissists. You must make sure to define and communicate your boundaries assertively, because narcissists tend to push the envelope and transgress boundaries whenever they get the chance. 4. Limit contact. For those who may not be able to or choose not to completely cut off contact, limiting contact is a crucial strategy. This involves setting strict boundaries on when and how you interact with the narcissist. It could mean only communicating in specific situations, like co-parenting, or setting firm rules on the topics of conversation. Limiting contact helps minimise the narcissist's ability to manipulate and control, reducing the emotional and psychological impact they can have on you. It's like building a fence around your peace of mind. You decide who comes in and when. When you do interact, keep it brief, direct, and emotion-free. Think of it as a business transaction, not a personal interaction. This approach helps in maintaining a safe emotional distance, reducing the risk of getting drawn into their toxic dynamics. 5. Build a support network. Narcissists prefer their victims to be dependent on them and thrive in isolation. But you can escape this isolation by surrounding yourself with friends, family, and maybe a therapist. The people in your support system should genuinely care about your well-being. They serve as your sounding board, support system, and source of inspiration when times are tough. When you discuss your feelings and experiences with close friends or a therapist, you validate your thoughts and feelings, defending your mental well-being. 6. Practice self-care. It's essential to understand that self-care isn't just about pampering or indulging, it's about building a strong foundation of self-respect and self-worth. This is crucial in dealing with a narcissist. When you regularly engage in activities that nurture your physical, mental, and emotional well-being, you create a buffer of positivity around yourself. This buffer acts like a shield, deflecting the negative impacts of narcissistic behaviour. Whether it's exercise, meditation, pursuing hobbies, or simply spending time in nature, these acts of self-care strengthen your sense of self. They remind you of your worth and your right to be treated with respect. By prioritising your well-being, you send a clear message to yourself and others that you value and respect yourself, making it harder for a narcissist to diminish your sense of self-worth. Self-care is not selfish. It's your first line of defence in maintaining your emotional health and dignity. 7. Maintain independence. This is a vital strategy in protecting yourself from narcissistic abuse. Narcissists often try to erode your sense of individuality and autonomy, making you feel dependent and powerless. To counter this, it's important to maintain your own identity, interests, and social connections outside of the relationship. This might mean continuing to pursue your personal goals, hobbies, or career aspirations, or simply ensuring you have a support network of friends and family. Independence is empowering. It gives you the strength to set boundaries and the confidence to enforce them. It also provides a healthy perspective, enabling you to view the relationship more objectively and recognize unhealthy patterns. By nurturing your independence, you ensure that your self-worth and happiness are not solely tied to the relationship or to how the narcissist treats you. It's about keeping your inner compass aligned with who you are and what you value, which is your true north in the midst of any storm. In maintaining your independence, you're not just surviving, you're thriving. 8. Document abuse. This step is about creating a factual record of events. Remember, narcissistic abuse can be subtle and insidious, often leaving the victim questioning their reality. By documenting incidents of abuse, whether they are verbal put-downs, manipulative behaviours, or outright aggression, you create a tangible account that helps validate your experiences. This can be done through keeping a journal, saving emails or text messages, or noting dates and details of specific incidents. This record serves multiple purposes. It helps in maintaining your grasp on reality against any gaslighting attempts. It can be a powerful tool if you seek legal recourse, and it's a tangible reminder that you're not overreacting or misinterpreting the situation. It's a step towards reclaiming your truth in a situation where your perception and feelings are often invalidated. 9. Seek professional help. Dealing with narcissistic abuse can be emotionally draining and psychologically complex. Professional guidance from a therapist or counsellor who understands the dynamics of narcissistic abuse can be invaluable. They can offer you a safe space to express your feelings, help you untangle the web of manipulation, and guide you in rebuilding your self-esteem and setting healthy boundaries. A professional can also provide you with personalised strategies to cope with the abuse and aid in your healing process. This isn't just about getting advice, it's about having a supportive ally in your corner, someone who validates your experiences and empowers you to make informed decisions about your life. Seeking help is an assertive step towards healing and reclaiming your life from the shadows of abuse. 10. Set consequences. Boundaries are the ground rules that specify proper conduct in any relationship. Setting clear boundaries is crucial when dealing with a narcissist, but it doesn't end there. You must also communicate and uphold the consequences for crossing the boundaries for them to be effective. Set clear boundaries for yourself first. What actions are prohibited? What behaviours won't be accepted? Once you've determined what they are, firmly express them to the narcissist. Make it abundantly clear what happens if these limits are crossed. The key here is consistency. Every time the boundary is crossed, follow through with the stated consequence. This sends a clear message that you respect yourself enough to not tolerate such treatment. It's not about being punitive, but about protecting your mental and emotional well-being. Setting consequences is an act of self-respect and a powerful tool in mitigating the impact of narcissistic behaviour. 11. Grey rock technique. The essence of this technique is to make yourself emotionally uninteresting, or grey, to the narcissist. Narcissists thrive on emotional reactions. They seek to provoke and elicit drama. By responding to them in a non-reactive, unemotional manner, giving bland, monotonous responses to their attempts at manipulation, you become less appealing to them. It's like depriving a fire of oxygen. Without your emotional responses to fuel them, their efforts often diminish. This technique is not about changing who you are, but about protecting yourself in specific interactions. It's a form of emotional camouflage, helping you to blend into the background and avoid becoming a target of their manipulative behaviours. It's a subtle yet powerful way to maintain your composure and safeguard your emotional well-being in challenging situations. But keep in mind, the grey rock technique is a temporary coping mechanism, not a permanent way of living. 12. Practice detachment. Realising that the narcissist's behaviour does not represent your value or worth is the first step in developing detachment. It's important to realise that people act out of insecurities and a desire for control. Their actions are not attributable to you. Learning to respond rather than react is a crucial component of detachment. Responding to the narcissist's provocations is a deliberate, thoughtful action, instead of reacting emotionally in a knee-jerk manner. To respond to the narcissist's attempts to elicit an emotional reaction, pause, take a deep breath, and act by your boundaries and values. 13. Maintain financial independence. Narcissists often use financial control as a tool for manipulation and abuse. Having your own financial resources is a key element in safeguarding your autonomy and freedom. This means having access to your own funds, understanding your financial situation, and being involved in financial decisions. It's about equipping yourself with the knowledge and resources to be self-sufficient. Financial independence provides you with options and the ability to make choices for yourself, free from coercion or control. It's not just about money, it's about empowerment. By securing your financial independence, you create a safety net that can support you in making decisions that are in your best interest, whether that's seeking professional help, taking time for healing, or eventually leaving an abusive situation. Financial independence isn't just a monetary goal, it's a crucial step towards emotional and psychological freedom. 14. Legal protection. It's crucial to understand that there are legal avenues you can pursue if the abuse escalates to threats, harassment, or physical harm. Knowledge is power, and familiarising yourself with the legal protections available to you can be incredibly empowering. This might mean obtaining a restraining order, documenting abusive behaviours for legal evidence, or consulting with a lawyer specialised in domestic abuse cases. Legal protection acts as a firm boundary that can deter a narcissist from overstepping. It also provides a sense of security, knowing that there are enforceable measures in place to protect your safety and well-being. While taking legal action can seem daunting, it's a proactive step in affirming that the abuse is not acceptable and that you have the right to protect yourself. 15. Limit sharing on social media. In the digital age, social media can be a double-edged sword. Narcissists often use social media as a tool to monitor, manipulate, or discredit their victims. By limiting what you share on social platforms, you can reduce their opportunities to invade your privacy or use your information against you. This doesn't mean you have to disappear online. Rather, it's about being mindful of what you post. Think of your social media as a curated gallery rather than a daily diary. Share selectively, and consider adjusting your privacy settings to control who sees your posts. Also, be cautious of mutual friends who might unknowingly pass information along. By controlling your digital footprints, you create a protective barrier around your personal life, keeping it out of reach of the narcissist's influence. 16. Consider no contact. This means completely cutting off all forms of communication with the narcissist. While it may seem drastic, in some cases, it's the most effective way to heal and reclaim your life. No contact gives you the space to focus on yourself without the constant stress and manipulation that comes with interacting with a narcissist. It's like taking a deep breath of fresh air after being in a smoky room. You begin to see things more clearly and regain a sense of who you are. This break can be instrumental in breaking the cycle of abuse and starting the journey of recovery. It allows you to build resilience, establish boundaries, and most importantly, prioritize your mental and emotional well-being. Remember, choosing no contact isn't an act of hostility, it's an act of self-care. It's about making a decision that best supports your health and happiness. Interested in further understanding narcissists? Discover 15 surprising traits narcissists look for in their victims. Or find out what happens if a narcissist knows you're onto them. If you found this video useful, please remember to like, subscribe, and share it with anyone else who might also find it useful.